On today's subscription spot, we're having a look at another box from the folks over at the Comic Block. I believe this to be the Comic Block for February 2017. We're going to get this opened up. Sorry, what? Yes, there is no wrapping on this whatsoever. It's actually, they now are shrink wrapping these, or, saran wrapping, not saran wrapping, but like vacuum forming wrapping these. So that means when you get them in the mail, there's a nice wrap that's tightly packaging all of this together. So really, everything stays nice and pristine if you're one that likes to collect your subscription boxes. And what a fine looking subscription box has arrived from the folks over at Comic Block, one of the families of the Block, I guess coming us from the Block family of Nerd Block. I don't know what this one would be. Would this be like Brother Block? Uncle Block? Could be Aunt Block. I don't know. I don't know where the Comic Block would fall in the Nerd Block family, but nonetheless, we're going to get this opened up. I really don't technically need a knife, but I'm just going to kind of just bring one into the camera here. There's Hank. I probably don't even need him, but I'm just gonna put him like right there. Keep him readily available should the moment come in which I actually do require his assistance. In the meantime, let's open it up and see what we got inside from Comic Block. The first thing let's have a look at is a t-shirt. Oh, look at this t-shirt. Not only is it navy, which I love the color navy, but it's got all the X-Men on here. Now, this is like the old school. We're talking like original cast right here, guys. Cyclops, Iceman, Beast, of course, Marvel Girl or Jean Grey, and Angel. Not quite Archangel yet, but what a fantastic looking shirt. I like the art style on here as well. The fact that it's also a navy blue shirt, that's win-win for me. Inside as well, I think this to be one of those exclusive bombshell figures. It actually even says on the top, Nerd Block exclusive. Oh, I will actually need Hank. Oh, maybe I could technically just rip this open with my finger. But gosh darn it, I feel so bad that I've brought Hank into this video and I haven't actually used him yet. You know what, Hank? Sometimes it's nice just to have help from your friends. Even if it's something that you think you can do by yourself, it's always nice just to say, you know what, guys, come on in, give me a hand. Are you sure? You sure you can carry those marshmallows on your own? No, come on in, give me a hand. All right, so let's have a look at the exclusive figure that we got inside the little DC Comics bombshell vinyl figures. We're going to pop the tin here, which apparently was forged on the planet Krypton. Let's see if I can actually... Oh, there we go. I don't know why that was I don't know why that was so difficult. What we got inside was a purple variant of Catwoman. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. This one is a little bit more obvious that it's a variant, because if you look at the one that's on the package, this one actually has a black cowl or black ear hoodie and like a black dress. And basically they've swapped everything on the Catwoman here for purple, which is a nice throwback to kind of like that 90s Catwoman, which I liked so much. Very nice. Look at the detail on her too. Little cat, meow cat down below. Meow, 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 meow cat. And it looks like she's got herself like a little ruby in her hand. I will add that to my other ones that I've been collecting over the course of these unboxings. I like that you actually get, that's a good incentive too, I might add. The fact that you get yourself like an exclusive, you can't get this anywhere else sort of figurine. Put her right over there. Next, we've got ourselves, of course, some comics. So we've got Assassin's Creed Uprising. This is issue number 1. And it comes to us from, well, it's a Nerd Block variant cover. It comes to us also from Titan Comics. That's what I was looking for, Titan Comics. Assassin's Creed Uprising. Inside as well, we get ourselves, oh, Justice League and Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to be exact. From Boom Studios and DC. This is issue 1 of 6. Which I do recall this being mentioned in social media, in the social media world, because I follow the social media world after all. I'm interested to see what that's going to turn out to be like. You know what? This one's actually not sealed. So let's just do a quick flip through, shall we? I gotta say, I'm not crazy about the artwork. Actually, you know what? It's not too bad, the artwork inside. We're not gonna sit here and read the whole thing. All right, Zed's in this. Nice. I'd like to see Zed fight Superman. I feel like that would be a pretty straightforward fight. I don't think Zed would put up much of a fight versus Superman, but nonetheless. There's the Flash. Doesn't really seem like a whole heck of a lot's going on. But again, it's a 6-part series after all, so there's going to be more continuation from there. All right. Put that back in. It's always when you're reading your comics, make sure you put this back in your sleeve. You know, just a little learning lesson story. It's actually going to be really quick. When I was younger, I had the trade paperback of Death in a Family, Batman Death in a Family. And I took it with me. I think I was going to Ottawa or something like that with my school. And I bought a box of Timbits from Tim Hortons, which I'm sure any Canadian would go, yeah, Tim Hortons. I know exactly what you're talking about. People from the other areas of the world would probably be like, I don't know what that is. But I left my comic, my trade paperback, out in my bag. I didn't put it back in the bag and the board. I left it in the tote bag I was carrying. And the sugar from the Timbits scratched. I don't know why I'm like signing basically this whole, I'm miming, I guess, this whole story. But the sugar scratched the surface. That's scratching a surface. That's scratching the surface. Scratched the surface of my trade paperback. It damaged it. I had to go initially buy myself another one after that. So basically, the learning lesson was always put yourself back in the bags. Bags and boards. That's what they're there for. The next comic we got inside the comic block is the Raid. This is the Raid anthology. It's presented by Nerd Block, so probably a Nerd Block variant cover. And still got another comic inside. We've got Agents of Past. Is that Past? Agents of, or her head's kind of covering some of that. I can't really quite. Past. I would say that's an S, but then there's this part right here. Agents of Part. Is that an R? You know, here's the thing. Nothing to Nerd Block or nothing to the comic block here, because I'm just from a design standpoint. If this is your first issue of anything, and you have to tell the world, okay, this is what we are offering you. We would like you to check out our new comic. Probably don't do anything to cover the title. If I have to stop and say, that's Agents of something, mission failed. Not so good. We also got ourselves a brochure telling us exactly what's inside. We'll look at that in a second. But lastly, the other thing that we got inside is this really nice, very different also too, Catwoman. But Catwoman here has a probably light shining on her, so it gives her almost more of a gray tone, or maybe that's a more gray coloring that they went with. You're so used to seeing her kind of in the black costume that seeing her in this kind of gray color scheme looks very off-putting, but really actually pretty cool too. And just before we look at the pamphlet, we also got ourselves Bingo Bango, a $10 card. I know a couple of people out there have thanked Spot for these little coupons because they like to make use of these, get themselves some sweet merch. Hey, $10, that's a savings. That can save you some money. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. There's a card for you. Coupon code. Bazinga, that's for you. And lastly, we got ourselves the booklet telling us exactly what's going to be inside the February 2017 comic edition of Comic Block. We've got the Catwoman's Prowl, an exclusive Q&A with the creators of Epistory, and what's inside the February's Comic Block. Interior, the second page will reveal some unboxers. Sadly not there. Want your photo in the next issue? That would be nice. Use the hashtag NerdBlock on your photos and you could be featured here. Follow us also on social media, which would be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube at #NerdBlock. This is also Year of the Nerd. Year of the Nerd. A history of the Amityville Horror House, which was also mentioned as well in the horror block. They're the then and now. Actually, some of these things do make reappearances. They use some articles for many of their pamphlets here. So, for example, the Amityville Horror House also made the appearance in the horror block. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, go check it out. There's also a Q&A with Bruno Urban, the business manager and design director at Fishing Cactus. And then what's inside January's comic block, which I think that's throwing me off because it says what's inside January's comic block, but it says February's comic edition on the outside. So it might actually be February's box and not necessarily January's, because I think I've already done January's box. Maybe throwing me off a little bit. But this is what we would get inside this box, as we've already touched base on this, was the DC Little Bombshells Catwoman, which was an exclusive, a Catwoman print by W. Scott Forbes, which was also an exclusive. I could basically say exclusive after every single one of these, but you can see, though, that every single item in this box is exclusive. The Power Rangers and Justice League #1 with an exclusive cover, the Raid Anthology Issue 0, Assassin's Creed Issue 1, Agents of Pact. Oh, hold on a second. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Down here, you can see, as I zoom. That's really close, by the way. It's Agents of Pact. And you see how the woman's head is not even close to the sea? Remember that? Now, if we go to the comic itself, let's find the comic. The comic, she's actually covering the sea. Oh, and I see what it is. See the little red outline? This would go down and then across. But the way it almost looks like it should go up, like it would be an R. But it's Agents of Pact, but it's actually a different... It's almost like the exact same cover, except one shows Pact, one does not. Then we've got an Agents of Pact issue 1, which we now know, and the X-Men Classic Lineup t-shirts. We also have Q&A with the creator of Electronic Superjoy, that would be Michael Todd. The Catwoman's Prowl. And, of course, an advertisement for the premier face of NerdBlock, as all the subscription boxes from the NerdBlock family all get a new coat of paint and a brand new design. New boxes, new year, new boxes coming 2017. And down below there's an advertisement for the horror block. If you guys are interested in getting not only comics, t-shirts, also exclusive collectibles, let's not forget that as well, click the link down below and subscribe, and you can get the comic block delivered to your house. Not this month. This month is over. But you can also get, though, planned ahead, you can get it for the rest of the year. And that sounds promising. The rest of the year, you can get these boxes delivered to your house every single month. And if you have done that, let me know down below, said Spot. I did get the comic block. It's on its way. I'm part of the club. And I'd say, yeah, we could be the Comic Block Club. Or the CBC. We could be the CBC, which is also a station here, a TV station here in Canada. So, go Canada, go Canada, go CBC, go the Comic Block Club. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's got more videos heading your way as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.